Good morning. Today we're going to Tarrytown. I'm going with a friend. It'll just be a day trip. It's my first time. I don't know if there's that much to do there, honestly, but I just thought it would be a great opportunity to get out of the city. And I think we're just gonna go explore some cafes, sit outside, do some work. So I'm looking forward to it. I have like half an hour before I have to leave. So I'm just gonna get ready really quickly and then I'll go meet her. I feel like ever since I quit my job, I've been wanting to be more intentional about exploring New York and its surrounding towns and cities. And it's so nice because I actually have the opportunity to. Before, I feel like I would just be so exhausted from work that the weekends I wouldn't really want to do anything. And that was one of my motivations for taking this time off too, is just being able to do whatever I wanted, whenever I wanted. I've been wanting to slowly explore all of the little towns up north from the city. So far I've gone to Cold Spring and Beacon, which are a little bit further up than Tarrytown is. Cold Spring is probably an hour 15 up north, and then Beacon, or Cold Spring is probably an hour 30 up north, and then Beacon is an hour, just about 2 hours up north. It's basically one stop beyond Cold Spring. But those towns are really small. They've got really cool shops and cafes, and they're super gorgeous during the fall because they're kind of at the base of these mountains. And then during the fall, the autumn colors are just so vibrant. Honestly, I think Cold Spring and Beacon are the most popular small towns that people in the city will like go away to for the day, just because they're so walkable. I'd love to find more walkable, cute towns. No one really talks about Tarrytown as much, so I guess we'll see what it looks like today. One of my favorite parts of the day is getting ready, but I feel like I haven't really been able to intentionally get ready in a while, where like I just get lost in the actions that I'm doing, where it becomes meditative. It's almost, I guess it's almost like a ritual for me. But more recently these days, I haven't really worn a ton of makeup. I think just because I've been a little bit lazy. I should get back into it. I guess I am getting back into it. I'm almost done with this blush, and I'm so glad when I use up products. It just makes me feel very satisfied. And sometimes I have to throw away the product because it expires before I use it up. But this time, honestly, it might be expired, but I am using it up, which is a really comfortable situation. I'm using this sunscreen. It's like a glow screen as my highlighter. It gives me such a nice lit from vanilla. Okay, that's pretty much it. I'm going to throw on a lippy and then get my stuff together and we'll head out. I have like 5 minutes before I have to leave, but I thought I'd quickly go through what's in my bag, which is a laptop, because we're gonna do some work at the cafes there. I have a book as another thing to do, my sunnies, and I brought my breakfast, which I'm super excited about. It's carrots, some avocado, 2 eggs, and some Greek yogurt that I made. very excited to dig in. And then I have a water bottle and my pouch full of just like random knickknacks, a phone charger, some lippies. Again, I have like 4 lip glosses or 3 lip glosses. Yeah, just some random stuff. And I'm going to be bringing the tripod that my phone is on. And I think that's pretty much it. A hat, some sunscreen, and a long sleeve. Let's go. To Poughkeepsie, 9:50, Tarrytown.
My hair, my traveling hair. Yay!
The train station was only about a 10-minute walk to the first stores in town, and I always love how the storefronts in these small towns are always so cute and so quaint. It's very much of an old town vibe where you can see the history and the New England style architecture. There's a lot of history in Tarrytown. I think the town has done a great job of keeping the history accessible, and different stores have history books where you can purchase images and stories about the societies and clubs that were active from like around the 1800s and throughout the years. We ended up at a coffee shop called Coffee Labs Roasters on the main street. It was so cute. All of the baristas were incredibly friendly and the coffee was great. The prices were very reasonable. This is me working on my next video, which I ended up posting at the coffee shop because the Wi-Fi was so fast. It was one of those work sessions where I was so focused on the work and the sounds of the cafe were just a hum in the back of my mind, which is always my favorite type of work session. I worked on sending the details of my next video to my editor. I started drafting out my next script, and at the end of it, we were quite hungry and I was definitely ready for lunch. We had lunch at a nearby diner. It was great diner food and super filling. I unfortunately forgot to film lunch, but here's a quick clip of the menu from the 80s and the associating prices. After lunch, we walked around the town some more, went into a few shops. We saw some interesting knickknacks like this fish with a cigarette in its mouth. I will almost always smell a couple of candles if I see an interesting scent, and I think the green one was an evergreen pine scent. Overall, I just love browsing the different items that these stores have. We stumbled across a children's store. This train track toy set reminded me of one my cousin used to have growing up, but I don't recall it being so hard to maneuver the trains on it. Maybe it's just a skill that leaves us when we surpass the age of 7. My friend was on track switch duty, so of course I had to ask her. 1 person or 5 people? That's a question I haven't figured out yet, because just when we think we have an answer, there's always more detail that someone adds to the people lying on the tracks. And if I do have to make that decision, I guess we'll cross that bridge when we get there. After browsing, we found ourselves at the town ice cream shop. I always love going to small towns and having their ice cream. I feel like there's always a local ice cream shop in every single small town, and it's always so top-notch. This one was no exception. I'm a huge fan of a vanilla-based ice cream with chunks of some sort of crunch inside. I love chewing my ice cream and being able to enjoy some sort of texture in it. Maybe that's a controversial opinion. Let me know in the comments. I don't think it is, because otherwise there wouldn't be so many flavors in the grocery store with essentially snacks inside the ice cream. I can eat so much ice cream. Really? I love ice cream so much.
Can I give you like a lot of it? Because I want to get to the cone, which is
yeah.
Give me a lot.
I was considering getting 2 scoops.
Awesome. I'm so glad you did.
I was like looking at this too. I was like, maybe I should have gotten 2 scoops.
I totally should have anticipated this. I like totally forgot that I tap out ice cream really quick, which is what I always say to people. But I like just enough to coat the cone. Yeah.
We finished our little treat and left the main street to head toward a park right by the water. It was quite warm, but a really nice walk. Tarrytown is indeed quite walkable if you just want to see a little bit of the nature and the main town area. The train station is right by the park, and from the park to town, it's all within about 15 to 20 minutes of each other. Though I would say that the walk from the train station to town is quite hilly. We sat down on a bench at the park and just people watched a bit. It was so nice to just be under a tree and feel the early summer breeze. I feel like there's no feeling quite like being outside on a sunny day with a friend and having no pressing responsibilities. This is our view. I always love being right by the water. And you could see a hint of the Manhattan skyline, which was quite a surprise to me. I didn't realize you could still see it 1 hour out from the city. We had some time to kill before we caught our train, so I was able to read the book that I brought for just a little bit. I pretty much always bring a book and or a journal if I can to wherever I go in case I have some free time, just like in this situation. We caught the train back to the city. It was just a quick 40-minute ride on the express train. We found ourselves back at Grand Central and headed home. Overall, it was a great day trip to Tarrytown. I would go back just for the coffee shop, honestly. But yes, that's it. Thanks for watching. Please like and subscribe, and I will catch you all in the next one.